What is up, you guys? Hey everybody, we'll probably have a little quieter turnout on tonight's quick Periscope I'm gonna do. Happy Sunday. Who do we have on live? Say a quick hey, hey, hey. Hi, Jackie. Hey, Chris. Hello, Melbourne. Hi, Christine. Hi, Ashley, Kayla. Awesome.
Ashley, Kayla.
Yeah, we got all the girls on. Hi, Sarah. Hope the move's going well, babe. So, I just thought I'd hop on here quick, and I just got home from getting some groceries, something I like to do every Sunday afternoon. And hey, you guys, welcome. And I thought that it might be helpful to show you an example of what a weekly grocery shop would look like for me. You know, you don't need to shop somewhere super fancy these days because of buyer power and because so many of you healthy people are voting with your dollars. We're now starting to see a lot more organic options, clean eating options infiltrating a typical grocery store. So awesome. You guys rock, because it's because of people like you that a lot of these options are now available to us when we're shopping at places, yeah, Jenny, like Costco. Today, for example, I went shopping at a store here called the Superstore. And it's just a typical grocery store chain. Okay, so welcome. If you're brand new to my scopes, my name is Ange Peters. I'm the founder of HOL. I'm a holistic nutritionist, trainer, health and business coach. I'm a presidential diamond with doTERRA essential oils, and I'm all about educating natural health. And you know, one of the things that people eventually start to look into as they're looking to live a healthier life is the food that they're putting into their body. And I am a big believer in planning to be healthy, in having healthy food always kind of at quick grab in your kitchen, doing some meal planning. One of the things that I love to do on a Sunday is a little bit of meal prep. I will actually write out really quickly. It takes me less than 10 minutes. I will plan out the meals that I'm going to make for my family for the week. Every recipe that I share, for those of you that have been following me for a while, you know that my recipes are quick, they are healthy, they're nutrient dense, and they're not dramatic. I do not post dramatic recipes. Dramatic recipes would be ones that would have umpteen ingredients, you know, things that you can't find at your typical grocery store. I am all about quick, easy, healthy, okay? So I'm gonna flip my camera around and I'm actually gonna just show you guys my haul, and I'll explain to you how and why I buy the things that I do. You heard that if you buy organic produce that shares a store with non-organic veg, it's not great. I've never heard that, I'm not sure. Organic labeling is one of those things that, you know, it doesn't mean quite as much as it might have in the past because of just kind of cross-contamination in the way that foods are grown today. So, yeah, little peace hands. But, you know, the bottom line is organic is the way to go for most of your decisions. Especially if you're buying packaged food. So I'm going to show you, I mean, I teach my girls when we're shopping, for example, to always look for the butterfly symbol. Because here in Canada, that means it's not genetically modified and it's organic. So, you know, you can make wise decisions with some of the quicker grab foods that we purchase. I'm going to show you what I have here. When it comes to vegetables, personally, I will buy produce locally if it is not thin-skinned. I will buy it locally even if it's not organic, if it's not thin-skinned. Why is that? Who here knows why you want to try to buy your thin-skinned produce organic? Anyone know? Local and in season is going to be much more nutrient dense because it hasn't traveled thousands of miles to get to you. Okay. Yeah. So Jenna said Dirty Dozen. So the EWG, the Environmental Working Group, has a list they put out every year called the Dirty Dozen, and they have the Clean 15. And on this Dirty Dozen, you will see the top 12 produce items that are are heavy in pesticides. And often these are going to be fruits and veggies that have thinner skins. So with things like bananas, with things like pineapple, things that are protected in nature, you don't necessarily have to buy organic because you're going to be peeling them anyway, right? So you can save yourself that way. But a lot of what you're going to see here today, you're going to see I do purchase a lot of organic. And one of the things I want to tell you is when you're first starting out, thank you guys for blocking some of these people. When we're first starting out trying to eat healthier, it's going to be a little more expensive, yes. But what you will notice is you will start to feel better in your body, and you will just start to, over time, budget. You will start to reallocate your money towards healthier foods because that is your medicine. That is going to be what promotes a healthy body so that you're not paying for expensive medication and surgeries down the road when you're not well. Okay, so you're always going to pay, and I would encourage you to put it up front, especially if you're a mom, and we're looking for healthy packaged items for our kids' lunches. There are lots of options available today, but healthier is going to be a little more expensive. And you have to really understand why. When we're buying something that is cheap and chemically produced, man-made ingredients, lots of ingredients that our body doesn't know how to digest, it's cheap. It's dirty ingredients. So you have to really ask yourself, why is this food so cheap? It's not that healthier food is more expensive. It's that it's questionable why the other options are so cheap. It's because they are cheap. They're dirty ingredients that are in those products. Our body doesn't know how to handle them. It feels like food, it tastes like food, but it does not feed us, right? So let me flip this around. Hi, Carly. You're doing an 8th day of the cleanse. Rock on, sister. Hey, Joanne, I live in London, Ontario. Okay, so I'm going to just flip this. My counter is an absolute mess. Okay, so let me flip this around. I'm going to try to stand a little bit taller. So, our grocer here has organic packaged food. So I bought some broccoli florets. What I will often do with greens is I will just saute them in a little bit of oil. Easy grabs through the week, or I'll add it to the water that I'm boiling to make something like macaroni for the kids, and then the broccoli water is what the macaroni boils in, and I'll just do it long enough so that it goes a nice bright green color. I have this brand is actually available in the States as well for those of you Americans, Organic Girl, organic greens. I love romaine, so actually I just want to show you really quick. I juice romaine. I love to chop it up for salads. Tonight I'm actually making a lentil taco recipe. So this was so easy. You guys, if you hop over to the Whole Fit Facebook brand page, I posted this recipe this morning. So this is very easy. It's lentils and broth and salsa and veggies. And what I do is I just take an immersion blender and I puree it to make it kind of like taco meat, I guess, but this is totally vegan. And then for me, the kids will have that in a wrap. But for me, I will load up these romaine shells with avocado and this lentil taco filler. Awesome, Chris. I hope you like that recipe. And then I have some sweet potato that's pre-done because let's be real, I'm a busy mom and I don't always have time to wash and chop and all that jazz. So I will often buy pre-cut veggies. Let me go through the veggies first. I've got organic carrots here. I always buy, hi. Say hi to everybody. Hi. I always buy organic carrots and celery for the kids for their lunches, okay? So what I will do tonight, being Sunday, is I will actually soak carrots and veggies in the sink and chop them up into containers, a couple of containers for the week for quick grabs for their salads. Apples, another item you're gonna wanna buy organic, okay? Thin-skinned. So I've got 2 different types here. I will personally use these in the kids' lunches. I often will have an apple a day. I'm gonna have to just throw things on the floor because I can't, I have no counter room here. But I will juice those, okay? And because they're organic, I don't have to worry so much about what's on the skin. Organic red peppers, I love. Are you getting a yogurt, honey? Okay. So I will, I'll also chop those up for the kids' lunches. Okay, yeah, new roll. I'm just gonna throw everything on the ground that I've already talked about. Okay, what else do I want to go through with you? So some of the dry goods. Okay, so bread. How many of you guys have seen this brand? It's called Silver Hills. Ezekiel's another great brand. It's sprouted. And here's the thing. I often get asked, will my kids eat some of this stuff? Yeah, they will, because I don't give them another option. So they might go to see my mother-in-law or my mom or whatever, and, oh, thanks, honey. And, they might get the Wonder Bread. But guess what? When they get home, that's not happening. So you're the parent, you call the shots. Don't let your kids run the show. I posted a really interesting article to my Facebook page, my personal Facebook page earlier this week, on how important it is for us parents to set boundaries for our kids. They actually need it and they love it. It makes them very uncomfortable when they feel like they're the one calling the shots. So something to think about, okay? All right, let me go through, I don't know what order to go in here. So dry goods. I mentioned that when I'm buying packaged food for my kids' lunches, I'm always buying organic, simply because I don't want the crap in the ingredients. Now, just because something's organic, much like gluten-free, it doesn't mean that it's necessarily healthy. So like obviously, these are these sweet potato sticks. If I turn around and look at the ingredients, rice flour, sweet potato, tapioca starch, I mean, they're decent, right? And I'm looking at the ingredient label and, they don't really have fiber. They have a little bit of sugar in them. But to be honest, obviously for my kids, I'm packing them something kind of crunchy in their lunch. And, it's just a nice option to have. So this is a brand that I like. There's also, you're starting to see a lot of these brands now, like Pop Chips, are starting to go non-GMO organic, okay? So this is because of buyer pressure. So again, kudos to you. This is a brand of granola bars I always get for my kids. These are these little bites. It's Made Good brand. And again, non-GMO, okay? Non-GMO. And these are school safe because if you whip around and look at the ingredients, I don't know if you, yeah, there we go. So you can see they have rolled oats, coconut sugar. They do have agave, which is kind of a blood spiker. Not the best ever. Brown rice flour. But then some of their other bars, like the chocolate chip one that they have, it uses legumes, okay? So again, the sugar in here is decent, okay? A lot of granola bar companies, the sugar will be up towards 15 grams. And to be honest, you really got to watch this, especially with kids, because kids and adults, like we really shouldn't be having more than 20 grams of sugar a day. But it sneaks into everything. Okay, this is another one I love. So Annie's brand, organic, grass-fed. You can actually buy vegan versions for the vegans in the house. My husband's a firefighter. And so 2 nights a week, I'm home alone with the kids for 24 hours. Is it blurry for you, Margaret? Okay, it's probably because I'm moving around. So twice a week, I will make something like this for me and the kids. And I'll load it up with veggies. I'll add black beans or chickpeas to it and say hi.
Hi.
And it's just a nice, easy meal. I'll throw some hemp seeds on mine. You can take something like this and turn it into more of a whole meal. Okay, so I love doing that. A couple of other snacks. This one has 70% organic. Annie's. I think they were recently bought out by a not so great company. I can't remember which one, but decent for the kids' lunches. Okay, these I want to show you too. I don't know if these are in the States. They are here in Canada. This is again organic, certified by this Canadian organic label. They're called Slammers, and they have like fruits and veggies, and I think they have one of them has grains in it. But they're like those, pouches, right? And they're pretty awesome. My kids love these. What's next? Okay, here's another thing I wanted to show you. That's great. So Pacific brand. This is a great brand, especially for the vegetarians and vegans. This is, for example, this here is baked beans. My daughter loves this in the morning with toast. Here is black refried beans. So they have a lot of options. I love that they are boxed. Can anyone tell me why? Are you not concerned about all the packaging waste? No, I'm not. Hi, can you tell me? Somebody tell me why. Yes, Christine's right. BPA, lining and cans. So a lot of the cans that we're buying, okay, and likely this one here, unless it says, oh, here we go, BPA free. You guys see that? So often when we're buying stuff in cans, it will have BPA in the lining. So you want to try to find something that says this. Okay, so here's a soup brand I bought. I love to have cans of soup. I got a couple of this kind. I love to have them always in stock for nice, quick, easy meals. Okay, but that's why I love these beans. Again, these would be really easy to just add to something like macaroni, right? Nice, easy add. Okay, veggie broth, again, organic. We've got an organic salsa. You know, lots of options here. Tempeh, I want to show you this. So this is a great protein source, especially for vegans and vegetarians, okay? So you can see here, 12 grams of protein in just 4 slices of tempeh. Now, this is, hey, simple life in the city. Let us know what you're doing, okay? So tempeh is loaded in protein. It's fermented, so it's going to be better for you than tofu, okay? Because tofu can be harmful for some people. So tempeh is fermented, so it takes about 1 step. You love tofu? Okay. So you can add this to, you know, spaghetti. Yeah, we recycle everything too. I wasn't sure what you were saying about why the packaging is harmful. I'm not sure how you're buying your food. Maybe you're growing it all. That's not realistic for me, not realistic for a lot of people. So tempeh, again, I'll just show you that brand really quick. It's by Light Life. Okay. Okay, a couple of things I got. So tomorrow night, I'm just, this is just a side. We're going to have tomorrow night with our meal. Again, non-GMO. Quinoa. I've actually got some quinoa soaking right now. So I always buy quinoa to have on hand. I'll often make a couple cups up every week. Mushrooms. So I posted this week on Instagram. I love, yeah, this is just 1 week. Actually, this will probably last us just a couple days, Carissa. Again, I tend to cook almost every night of the week, and there's the 2 kids and my husband and I, so I usually do another grocery shop on Wednesdays. So mushrooms, I just want to come back to this. I will often do a quick saute. I posted this on Instagram earlier this week with onions and coconut oil and mushrooms and greens, and I just love doing that. So I like to have mushrooms on hand for the texture, and you can get organic. What else? I got a new tea here. I've got some pre-made guacamole just for ease. Yeah, living at the grocery store is pretty fun. I like to go sometimes daily. Yeah, we do have some grass-fed meat. So we don't really eat red meat here anymore. I was vegan for 5 years and veg for 10, and I personally am much more vegan. But we will have like cheese. So I have an organic cheese here. And we'll have, the girls love chicken and eggs. Okay, so I've got eggs here as well. Organic free-run eggs, berries, kombucha, right? Gotta have our kombucha. Now, one of the things I love to do, kombucha can be high in sugar. I want to point this out. So this one here, now one thing to watch here is per serving, if you're reading labels, right? So per 240 mils, now this bottle is double that, right? Where are we? There we go. So 2 grams of sugar, not too bad, but I personally love to add this to Perrier or Pellegrino. I'll do half and half so it lasts a bit longer. I picked up a pre-made juice because the ingredients look pretty decent. So let me flip this around. What does what taste like? Kombucha, Carissa? It's kind of like it's a fermented drink. It's bubbly. It helps a lot of people get off of pop, which is awesome. Oh, cool. Yeah, Chris, that's fun. If you're having company over, you can do kombucha cocktails. Super fun. What brand was the bread? So I talked about Silver Hills brand. Looks like this. But Ezekiel is another popular brand that people like because it's sprouted. So do you guys have any questions before I hop off and put all this away and get dinner ready? I'll stay on for 2 minutes. It's their special juice. When you say 20 grams of sugar, you're including fruits or no? No, I'm not including fruits. So when I talk about sugar grams, I'm talking about added sugar. So sugar that's attached to the fiber, like it is in fruits. I mean, I would limit it. I wouldn't be eating like bananas and apples all day long, right? I would have a couple pieces. I actually used to hear that quite a bit, that I look like Sienna Miller. I haven't heard that in a long time. Yeah, I got this all from the superstore today. Ready to eat? Yeah, there's sugar in everything. That's right, because they know that if they can get a buyer addicted to their product, a buyer that doesn't read labels, then you'll keep buying it because you'll be addicted to a certain spaghetti sauce if it's loaded with sugar, right? So you do want to read your labels. And again, once you find a brand that you like and that you can trust, thanks, Chris, then you stick with it, right? Because you can trust that they're not loading crappy ingredients into their food. My favorite way to cook tempeh is to bake it. I will often bake it with a little bit of tamari and maple syrup, and I'll add some sesame oil to it. It's super yummy. Yeah, labels, they can hide things in the labels, which is why it's best to make your own food. But I mean, how do you detox? You do it slow. Yeah, I mean, I just came off of a week with a ton of people. We had 1,400 people in our Whole Fit Detox that did a week of no sugar. And, you know, a lot of painful headaches first day, right? We learned that our body is attached to a lot of things, but organic tofu, yeah, it's just that soy is one of the most genetically modified, pesticide-rich foods. So, you know, you want to go organic for sure. Hey, Shar, tempeh pan-fried and coconut aminos is great too. That sounds delicious. African peanut soup? No, I don't eat a lot of peanuts, or they tend to be moldy. Cool. All right, I'm gonna hop off, you guys. Fun to see you here on a Sunday. I know I'll see some of you back on Wednesday for our weekly Q&A. Hope you're having a great weekend. Mwah. And hope that helps. Next time you're grocery shopping, maybe you'll remember me and a few of the tips that I share with you today. We'll talk to you later.